Hi folks, this is your old pal Uncle Al. This is for Anthony of Palmetto Prepared. I don't have his card around here. I have a lot of cards. Anyway, Uncle Al's a little tired. We just did the food pantry for Miss Vital Survival. Please check her out. Check out Anthony's channel. We're going to first talk about kids. A lot of people says, oh, fine, we're survivalists, we're preppers, we'll throw them this. I don't think so. You throw one of these at a little tiny infant, newborn, I don't think he'll enjoy that too much. Or, you know, we're macho, we have technical gear, we're going to throw one of the kids one of these things. You know, it's good for them. You know what's going to happen? They're going to throw this back at you. And please, all those Batman and the Boondocks guys, well, we got dehydrated foods. Kids love these. Kids love these too, and they'll come after you really quick after the 4th week when they're screaming out, when their chunky poo is tearing their bottom sides out. They'll be coming after you with one of these. Okay, what do you do? Okay, we got to think and plan ahead. This is the most important part. You have 6 weeks. Do you have a baby, an infant, a 1-year-old? That's separate. You have to set up what they need or as they grow. And remember, infant, baby, and 1-year-old supplies are perishable. They don't last long. You have to time it just right. You got 6 weeks to prepare. Okay? Once they leave the hospital, you're not getting all that attention. You're at your homestead or your house and you're bugged in or trapped, you're screwed. Okay? Okay. Kids, if really pushed to the point, will band together and act like feral children. Or I like to call them cubs. And they'll rip the hell out of you. They'll attack you. They'll get anything. You guys don't know how the kids acted in Brazil during the 70s. They will pop one of these things out and chop off something you like. Okay? So think about it. Now, kids will die before eating something unfamiliar or unpleasant. Uncle Al, doesn't matter. I'll roast a squirrel on a stick or a chipmunk or a rat. Doesn't matter. I'll eat it. They'll die. Too bad. Okay? A lot depends on how old they are. What are your circumstances and what kind of troubles do you anticipate? A few things you have to consider. Some younger children will die before eating something unfamiliar or pleasant. Make sure you have a good supply, I'm reading my notes, good supply of familiar stable. Plan to stockpile canned survival foods to begin to integrate into your family's diet so they get used to it. So you don't have to throw them a can of garbanzo beans and expect them to enjoy it. Learn how to cook. Little kids and infants and toddlers and everybody needs a special diet, so you better learn to cook. It's not popping open a can. It's not getting something in a bag, reheating it, and it's like, here, enjoy your meal. While you're in the sleep, they're going to use one of these on your head. Okay? Unless you live in a rural area, your milk supply, I know Hubble's cat's freaking out. You don't have to drink milk. You have to drink soy base. Well, that's not so good on certain infants, children, and toddlers. I don't know where he gets his vegan ideas on infant care, but I have 2 nieces. They're a pediatrician and they would love to chew out Hubble's cat's ass. Okay? This is a problem. A lot of people think vegan foods are good for small infants, children's, newborns. You're out of your blinking minds. Alright? That's one way to have your kids taken away from you. You could do vegan foods once they're past 8 years old, not before. So get all this vegan shit out of your head. Alright? Unless you live in a rural area, your milk supply will be in crisis unless you want to drink donkey's milk, lamb's milk, goat's milk, Horse milk. Trust me, Uncle Alan drank horse milk. It's not very good. It's not very pleasant. Okay? Donkey, on the other hand, it's not too bad. I usually have it with my coffee. Okay? You got to get your family right now used to non-fat powdered milk. Same thing with the powdered eggs. Make sure so they don't reject it, freak out like, hey, what the hell's that? Okay? When there's nothing else to drink to get that protein source and also mineral source. Okay? Also, make sure you stock in a large, good supply, 1 year supply of healthy treats or hard candy. For you people who are kind of dense, this is hard candy. Not chocolate, hard candy. Why? It stores better. It lasts longer. Okay? Also for kids, this is not a food issue, but it's related. Make sure you have a year's supply of regular medication over the counter that your child requires. Get one Dr. Anton's books on this. I wish he writes for infants, small children, and elderly adults. That would be a great hand, and it'd be good, just a separate volume from the rest. It'll be a good seller. I hope he has planned for this. Okay, next, if you're a believer, true believer in preparedness with kids, God, you better have an infant and small children first aid kit. This is not a trauma kit. This is not a Rambo emergency tactical guy kit. All right, this is for infants and little children. So you have to think small infants and little children. A lot of people misses this, and a lot of people. Example: the Oregon Trail. How many dead children do you count when you're leaving from Missouri to Oregon? First trip, 450. Ranges from newborn all the way up to 5. Not very comforting, is it? All right. You want a good first aid kit and a few over-the-counter medication. For children, you want to include the extras: a large supply of bandages of all sizes, ointments for cuts and scrapes. That's ointment, cream, painkiller type, not antibiotic, ointment. Okay. Several kinds of topical antibiotics. That's the okay. And then you want a vaporizer. Okay, this is a big point, little boys and girls. Vaporizer. What's a vaporizer? You go look at Oil and Cloud's past video. It's a little thing and vaporize moist air into the area. Easy, not rocket science. Okay, they do have non-powered vaporizers, but it's hard, a lot of hard work, and you got to know what you're doing. Okay, salves, liquids to treat colds, like menthol, just on the rub, and also over-the-counter medication. And remember, all this stuff is time sensitive. You want to talk to your doctor on 2 types of child pain relievers. Okay? Several kinds of prescription antibiotics for different conditions. Anti-nausea, anti-diarrhea medication. You talk to your doctor on that, okay? But you want several kinds of antibiotics other than the topical ones. Now, you have to be careful when you do anti-nausea and anti-diarrhea medications. Talk to your doctor about it. Talk to a pediatrician. Okay? Extra splints for small limbs. Okay, small broken limbs. We're talking kid size. You don't want to fit an adult split on a child. It doesn't work too well. And this is fairly easy. 1x4, cut it out with a jigsaw, pre-measured it, shave it, sand it, and it's ready to go. You can even pad it. It's not rocket science, folks. It's simple logic. Okay? You also want to have a big supply of calamine lotion for skin rashes. Trust me. You want a couple gallons of that. Explain to your doctor that you are, notebook, putting together an emergency kit for what is going on. She might willing to supply certain medications you require and probably help you out on that. That's a pediatrician. Do not go to a regular GM or GO or GP or nurse practitioner. You want a pediatrician. Kids can be, notes, astounding, materialistic. Mine, mine, mine. Or you go see Antifa or BLM. Mine, mine, mine. Same thing. Okay? If you buy a toy on TV or something, or a game, and you're setting yourself up for a struggle for tough times. Kids understand that after you backhand them, understand we can't afford that. All right? They might throw a little fit. Fine. You take them away where nobody can see you, and you let them have it. Okay? Okay, if you can afford food, rent, clothing, and gas for your car, you need to tell your children you've got to prepare yourself and talk to them playing comfortable toys, and lay down on the lavish bought toys and start making your own toys, playing inexpensively card games, word games, improvising, learning how to read. That's a big help. Use your imagination, okay? And this is also, sorry, this is going to be long, because other than food, I'm going to cover a few other things, okay? And this will pull together the family. Teach them gardening, teach them how to read, teach them the Bible or Quran, all right? Teach your children about the Bill of Rights, the works of Thoreau, and other political writers, and the proper use of this, okay? I swear to God, I'm going to kill people if I hear something about, in the Constitution, I have the right to take a poo. I don't want to hear that kind of stuff. All right? That's John Locke and that's Thoreau. It's like, I look at people, where did you went to school? Did your parents drop you as a young person many times on your head? It drives Uncle simply bonkers. Okay? And also teach them on the proper steps of government and protesting. You do not go looting, raping, killing people. You think you get away with it. That's bad. Okay? Teach them with family activity. Ask them what they are being taught in school. You have to ask them this. This is very important. And by the media. All right? You don't trust those two. School and media are your worst enemies. They're full of communists. All right? Now, no child should suffer because they suffer horrible abuse to keep the family business private. A lot of Italian families, they have a lot of accidents, and little Stevie went to heaven, or little Joey went to heaven, or little Gustav went to heaven. No, you don't want to do that. You talk to them quietly and politely. Okay, let's see. Prepare to teach them at home with a lot of books and subjects and skill levels and stuff, and learn how to teach yourself. Have a plan of coping when you must hit the road, and take your children with you. This is a strain you would not believe. You talk to the kids, tell them you're on a long road trip, what toys and games and special foods they need for that time period, and what to cascade for them. That's their responsibility. If they don't, they will die. And then you show them a graveyard of the pioneer children going to Oregon. Gee, he died because he was a dumbass and drank dirty water. That'll get through their little heads, okay? That's teaching them hard way. So we'll close up this, and the next video will be about Fido and Fluffy, our pets. Catch you later, folks.